Gang, and this is, like it or not, man, episode 29. I'm waiting on my Daddy Trade D. Very important podcast. Trying to get back with this consistency, man. Make sure to tune in every Sundays. Just stay on the lookout. We haven't found a time that would be totally appropriate for us every week, but still trying to give you some of it, give you a dose of it every Sunday at least, man. So let's get it, man. Um, pretty good topics that we have come up with. I added a few more. We're gonna get political. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be a lot of laughing moments, a lot of teachable moments. Just waiting on my co-host to come in. If you do want to know, we are talking about the importance of being ready to get in a relationship. That's really going to be the theme. You know, Biden rejecting all Haitian, Cuban, and Nicaraguan asylum seekers who cross illegally. A guy gets "I am a snitch" tattooed on his forehead while in jail. We're going to be talking about what Lauren London said about her late husband, Nipsey Hussle. We're going to be talking about how O Block became such a dangerous neighborhood. We're going to be talking about Weird Flacco from No Jumper. We're going to be talking about the Latina who got voted Miss Copen at an HBCU and why black women are possibly mad. We're going to be talking about Bandman Kevin and his spending habits when it comes to his dating life. We'll just call it that. And then we're also going to be talking about Brazilian women rejecting black African Americans. I think I did it right by saying that they are not for sale. What's up, man?
What's going on? What you talking about today?
Just running through these topics, man, for the audience. I did add a couple more, if you don't mind, but this all ties in. They all tie into the theme of making sure that people are ready to be in a relationship. And we, of course, we're going to go on to different topics, but that is the actual overall theme. So it's all going to tie back into that, man. And if you guys did want to know, we are planning to go live on Valentine's Day in the morning time. But we're going to be talking about all kind of relationship topics, and it's more so for single people and people looking to either heal themselves from a past relationship or heal themselves in order to get into a relationship or getting themselves ready, for that journey in their lives, man. But
Hold on. And shout out to all the people that just got into their new relationships and everything, or talking to somebody new and having a nice little Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying?
for
Congratulations to
sure, congratulations. So, not being ready to be in a relationship, that could take many forms. That could be somebody being depressed, somebody being emotionally unavailable, or I mean, what we were really talking about initially was people using this relationship to be a source of their happiness.
you. Sure.
So,
Go ahead.
what do you think about that?
Oh yeah, you hit it right on the head. That's what I said. That was exactly what I said.
I mean, I think it is very important because if you weren't happy before, that's really more so about.
Yeah.
Be happy before this relationship if you had no life or your life was based on something that was toxic, then if that relationship ends or it's not going your way, you're going to feel drained. You're going to feel like there's nothing left to you. And you might be worse before you actually started mentally, right? When people draw their happiness, when people treat their relationship like it's God, that makes you could be put in a vulnerable situation. You are in a vulnerable situation and you could be easily manipulated and tricked into doing something that you wouldn't necessarily do, something that's not healthy for you. You know, that's important.
Not only that, especially you got kids involved, they're looking at mom like mom is dependent on dude, so I gotta depend on the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I only see my parents. I only see my dad happy when he got a girl around. Like when he ain't got that girl around, he's sad. Nah, happiness come within, not at what's out.
I think that's really important too. I didn't really think about that too much, but at the end of the
Oh,
day,
yeah.
the kids are gonna think that's normal, and they're gonna grow up like that. They're gonna grow up constantly seeking relationships. Somebody I dated had that problem, coupled with something else. I don't want to give her too much of that energy, but her parents were married for much of their lives. So, I mean, for much of her life. So when they divorced, it was like, oh damn, I'm not used to my dad being with another woman. I'm not used to seeing my mom with another man, and they got in these relationships quick.
It was quick probably to her, but to them, getting a divorce and everything, they probably moved it differently, and it was probably more
Right.
calculated of the next person I'm dating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Because I
that's
think
what
the dad
when
ended up
people get,
having like three more kids.
yeah. Because when people get divorced, and people when they finally get situated in a long relationship, their next relationship they're gonna be like, I don't want this to end. This is gonna be my last one. I want to make sure, cross the, dot the I's, cross the T's, and all that. Like I'm checking every single box before, what I'm saying, before I make this situation serious. Because
That's important that you said that too. Now go ahead.
yeah, because they're making it where this is gonna be my forever person. I'm not doing this. I'm not having another divorce again. Because divorces are brutal
See,
and costly and costly.
that's important you said that too, bro, because when people get in these desperate situations where they feel like they need somebody to be happy, you overlook a lot of things, like, or you might not ask a lot of questions. You don't inquire about things that's important, or you don't necessarily see something that's been there the whole time. Like, I didn't know he was abusive. You knew he was abusive. You just didn't. You just weren't paying attention.
He was on probation for domestic violence.
You believe this nigga? Like, you believe him? Like,
What
you
you
didn't look
mean?
at the paperwork.
You was going to court with him. What you think he was going to court for?
Like
Traffic ticket?
he can't see his child. Maybe like all these things. I'm not saying to not trust these people, but like, okay, this nigga can't see his kids. He's in and out of jail, and his family doesn't fuck with him. That's a lot of that's red flags to say that there's a large possibility that this nigga could be abusive, bro. If some that's automatic one of the things. If people's families deliberately don't fuck with them, not that they don't have any family, which everybody has family. Like 90% of people have an auntie, an uncle, a mom, a dad, and a grandpa. Like niggas have families, bro. So
And your cousins, like you said, your uncle don't fuck with you. Your mama don't fuck with you. Your mama don't be calling you. What's going on with mama don't call?
your like neither one of your parents or your uncles, your siblings and your cousins don't. If somebody has a big family and their family doesn't fuck with them, red flag, my nigga. Like that's a dangerous individual, bro. Like, oh, everybody went to college and I went to jail. That's not what happened. Why did you go to jail? No, bro. Like that's crazy. But I love him. Yeah, yeah. You gonna be love. You love Jesus too, right? All right, good. Cause you're gonna be seeing him every day. Keep making him mad. That nigga is a killer. But yeah.
Sorry about that. I heard something in my tooth. Oh damn, I had something in my teeth.
Hey, that's cool, man. But as far as not being able to relate, man, this
Hold
nigga
on, hold on, hold on.
Flacco,
Somebody,
man.
somebody sounded like my dad with the toothpick in my mouth. Hold on, kind of. Yeah, I can see that.
Man, this nigga Flacco, he said some weird things, man. I first before I start this, I want to
Yeah,
say shout out to the
I'm
LGB community, man. Come get this nigga, man. Come get him, man. Give him a brochure.
Get him, get him.
You gotta make him feel comfortable because him being in the
Get him,
closet is
get him.
damaging my formerly favorite podcast. Cause he's just ruining it every day. So Flacco, I don't want to break down his biography and why I don't like him. And shout out to RIP, RIP Simple P. But apparently there was some kind of personality or influencer on Instagram, and he's claiming to be an OG gangster dude out here in LA. And he was exposed for having a gay sex tape where he was giving fellatio to another man. Right?
Philadelphia for another man. Ugh.
He was giving oral sex to another man, and the dude said, "I don't want to see that." And Flacco himself said, "Why would you not want to see that? Who wouldn't want to see that?" And
Why
I'm
would you want
thinking
to see
like,
that?
why would you want to see a video of a man getting his dick sucked by another man, bro? I don't even want to see a man get his dick sucked by a woman. Like, but like, why do you want to see homosexual activities? Now, like I said, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong for him or to be bisexual or homosexual. But if you perpetrate that you are a straight man that has all these women, bro, now you got to question the mentality of any bitch who will fuck with him after that. After hearing that he would love to see a man get his dick sucked by another man. Now, I understand where he was coming from in his mind. I don't think it's cool. I think it's still weird for a straight man to want to see that. But he could have said he's coming from the place where if you saw who's somebody that's a gangster, like if you saw Blueface get beat up, Blueface is not necessarily the face of the Crips or somebody who just is extra hard or anything like that. But if you saw somebody that was just so dug the fuck out and they get beat up because they're getting like I could see that. Or if you see Mike Tyson get beat up or knocked out, I could see that, but not something sexual. Like that's some other shit, bro.
Man, I forgot it's 2023. Motherfuckers be on that weird shit these days.
That's really what he's known for, bro. Like they say he stinks. He says the just craziest shit. He said that before he dies, he wants to try crack, but when he's old, because he doesn't want to get addicted to it and fuck his life up. I was like, bro,
You can
you
fuck
got
your
to,
life up if you doing it while you young.
yeah,
You know,
like, bro, like you constantly
your
eat
mama can't
unhealthy.
cook me a rice looking boy.
Mm,
Man,
He's a weird dude, bro.
like what the fuck is he thinking? Was he one of those classes, back in the day where you had a classroom of like two. Was he one of those two?
Two
Where he's
people and seven teachers. There's more teachers than students.
in one of those classes, man.
What that nigga said? He said one of them classes. You don't change classes. You just change seats. They bring the lunch to you. Like,
Damn,
damn, bro.
what that Mike Epps? I said something like that.
I forgot, man. I forgot. I think it was. So every time they passed my class, somebody was playing in the window, like, yeah, who's up, man? Young man, go back to your class. Oh, no. The nigga said, my mom told me when I was young, she was like, when you was little, you used to be retarded, but you grew out of it. He was like, can't grow out of it. You can't grow out of that. That nigga stupid. All right, next. This not too much that we could say about this, but we got this dude. I don't know who this dude is or what he did, but this man got. Well, he didn't get it. They forced him to get a tattoo on his forehead that says, "I am a snitch." Now,
Woo!
yeah, you speak on that, man.
You know what? Because, like I said, I know people that be in the penitentiary and everything. I never been to the pen. I never been. I've been to a county jail for a weekend. That's it. You get arrested on Friday, you get billed out on Monday. That's what I did. So anyway, but like I said, I know some friends grew up with them, because they did some real crazy shit. they they don't get out until the next 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I send them little care packages, little books. And matter of fact, my cousin, he gonna be facing some hard time. Shout out to my cousin, LaShawn Carter, the the Sean Carter, not the not the Wayne Carter, not the Sean.
For real? Oh, just talk to me about that later.
I thought I sent you. I thought I sent you the thing
Oh,
about it.
that's all you had. That's all you knew. Nah, you didn't send me anything. What you send me an article or something?
Yeah, I sent you what he's locked up for, what he got what his pending cases was and everything, bro. Sent you like that a couple months
All right.
ago. I resent it to
You said
you.
week.
I
All right,
resent it
for
to you.
sure, for sure. All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Mm, yeah. Right now he's still fighting his case though. Hopefully, he get that shit dropped. But yeah, but shout out to Lil Cuz. But yeah, so they getting on their little phones and and stuff. And he really has people to call because you know the only person that's still alive that fucks with him is his mom. His mom, myself, and maybe a couple other people that really fuck with him. So he called me and he told me all this crazy shit that be happening. And yes, things like that does happen. If you're part of whatever little organization, gang, whatever you want to represent yourself, and you do anything dishonorable like snitching or being on people's paperwork in prison, there's consequences. And one of those consequences is, in his case, getting that tattoo. If it wasn't getting that tattoo, he would have been 6 feet under. Is it to get the tattoo or 6 feet under? Which one you want to do? We'll do it to.
And to be honest, bro, I think it's like you said. They gave him an option. It's not always that extreme. You know, in different situations, they might have cut his face because you know if they got that scar on their mouth, that means they were a snitch or whatever. They could do pretty much anything. It's different in different situations and however whoever wants to handle it. I don't think he was obviously in any organizations or in a gang or anything like that because that would have been handled much differently. And if he
I'm
was
just saying.
truly a gangster,
I don't know what he is, what he claimed. I don't know too much about
me
him.
neither. I'm just giving the information to the people. But like if he was in some kind of organization and like somebody who was truly a gangster would not sit there for however long that took and let people tattoo his face. That's not even that's not something that somebody with a certain type of character, integrity,
No,
and
no, no, no.
laws
I'm
about
saying
themselves would do.
certain gangs and certain organizations do that though. They would tattoo "I'm a snitch." That's for real.
They'll tattoo the "I am a
I'm a
snitch" on
snitch.
your forehead, and if
Yeah,
you have any gang tattoos, they'll cut that shit out, and that's
yeah,
true. That's a
yeah.
real story. So
Like I said, it was probably either you know what I'm saying. There's probably three different ways you can go. Either get that tattoo, we're gonna do something else to you, or we're gonna be 6 feet under. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
so yeah, that's
and that
another thing. Like you can't do that, man.
hmm
You can't. That's one thing. You cannot. That's the first thing. I mean, it's not something that was in my plans, but that's what the homies always told me, bro. Like, whatever you do, don't snitch. You cannot lie your way out of being a snitch, bro, because it's forever documented. If you say anything, they have to use that in court. And if you don't, like, nigga, even the police don't like snitches. So if you tell something and they don't necessarily record it, people have relationships with the police. They're gonna tell somebody. They're not just gonna hold that in. You know what I mean? And that's not gonna make you look. It's not gonna make you look better, bro. And that's not a get out of jail free cards. You telling on another grown man. And like I said, the police don't even like that. They don't respect that. They know that you're being. They know that you're being bogus. And even though a lot of people might hate the police, they still are men, bro. They still have integrity to some extent. They still have characters, and to some extent, they still, if they were in that situation, a lot of them wouldn't snitch. And if they're in that situation, they wouldn't want to be snitched on. So it's not like they're just in love with you and they're gonna protect you with their life because you helped them do their fucking job. So
And
it's nothing good that can come out the situation whether you get
that's
freed
true.
or not.
And that's true. And another thing too, even though it's a crazy thing about not snitching and everything, there's
Right.
a lot of people still be snitching and showing up on paperwork. Like what? It's
Because
crazy.
they don't know the law, bro. Like they don't understand this is public information. It only costs
Like
$20 to
then,
get.
then, then you want to know why your mom's house shot up, why your little brother did. You can't get no furloughs. You can't go home and see these dead people because you snitched.
Like, that's the thing. Like you want to. People think they're doing themselves a favor by getting released. Like, but you're getting released under what terms? People know that now you're in danger. You would have been in less danger or jail.
Like
All over little shit. You can't like
and if you,
3 years in prison. Now you want to exchange life and your children's life and your mom's life for 3 years in prison? Like nigga, just do the time, bro.
and not only that, hold on, listen, not only that. And if you're scared of going to jail doing prison time, don't do the crime. Don't do it, baby.
Exactly.
There's a
Exactly.
lot
You
of
heard he
there's a
said,
lot of ways to make a legal dollar. There's a lot of ways to make a legal
and the thing about it is, it's not always over money. Which that's
dollar.
another one of the things the G's told me. Like, bro, don't like if you're gonna go to jail or prison, at least go to jail or prison for some fucking money. Don't go to jail over a female or a fight or this and that or shooting at somebody. Like he said, if I ever do life in prison, I hope it's just at least for getting some fucking money. And I was like, that was pretty dark, but that's true shit though. Like, there's people in jail over stupid shit that was not profitable. Like, you started out with no money, you weren't trying to get money, and now you have even less money because you're in jail and opportunities.
You know what is
Now it's
funny
no
though?
like, you feel me?
People go to jail over the bitches. They hold on. If people go over to jail about the bitches, you go to jail, there's no bitch, and the free
That's
motherfucker
funny.
is
Yeah.
fucking a bitch. The free man is fucking a bitch. Shout out to the free
Yup.
man that's fucking the bitches.
Shout out to
Shout
the free men, man. Shout out to us fucking them bitches. You know how many
These
of y'all
bitches got
niggas
locked up
wouldn't have
on.
bitches
Fucking a
if
bitch that
these
she
niggas
got.
didn't go to prison?
No.
If one of my girl's exes never went to prison, I wouldn't be fucking her. That's a fact. So shout out to you. Like, dude, you went to prison. You risked your freedom to be around no bitches for one bitch for multiple years, and you don't even know how long this relationship was gonna last. You did 5 years for a bitch that didn't even like you like that. The longest time you would have been with her ass was probably 2 years.
Hold on,
Now
hold on.
you're
No. It's some men that still get the penitentiary money. They still sell dip sell dope in the prison and everything. They getting the penitentiary money, sending it back to the old girl. Hitting the
that's
cash up.
even worse.
you
That's
you
even
hitting the cash up to
worse.
old girl and shit, and she getting dicked down by a motherfucker that working 9 to 5. Every time you call, hey, this is final
He
call for
calling
the evening.
again. Can you
This
go
is
in the
final
bed?
call for the day. This is final call for the evening anyway. They got a lot. They're gonna be like down in 5 minutes. So just be quiet for 5 minutes. So we can go back to fucking me. Hey baby, what you doing? I'm not. I'm watching TV. It's bored out here in the free world without you. Yeah, I miss you too. I can't wait till I get back home and we're gonna be a family like we used to. Okay. Oh shit. 1 minute remaining. Uh, all right, baby. I love you. I love you too, baby. Just don't drop that more soap, okay?
The
Click.
nigga, I,
Get back.
she
Daddy, daddy.
I told you not to flush the toilet. You think he heard that shit? I don't know. I think she had a nigga over there. How you know that, blood? Because I heard a toilet flush in the background. Like, yeah, bro. You shouldn't have took your stupid ass to jail, nigga. That's me.
She said she loved me, though, so I take that as a win. She said, she said I love you first. I take that as a win.
Go ahead and read that Lauren London interview you gave. Really say that for Valentine's Day, to be honest.
You talk
But
about
you can go ahead and read it if you want.
Lauren London?
Yeah, I should have told those motherfuckers to give me a refund. You know, I accidentally paid my phone bill twice. Hey, you froze, man. I think.
Yeah, can you still see me?
Yeah, you good now.
Huh?
You're good now. Yeah, man.
Oh, cause I tried reading it. For some reason it won't let me.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
I don't think you could do it with the same phone, but it's cool, bro.
Let
We
me go,
got
let me
way
go ahead.
more.
Let me go ahead.
We got like one, two, three. We got four more topics, bro. Five more
So,
topics.
so pretty much. All right, I'm pretty much summarize what Lauren London said in the interview. I'm summarizing my best ability, no quote unquote or anything like that. This is just a summary she said. She pretty much said when her husband, Nipsey Hussle, died, she lost her soulmate, and every time she would go off because he would never, argue and fight with her. He just let her, express herself while she's emotional, in an emotional state. Because you know how females are when they get in an emotional state, they go off. They go off. They get off the hinges, and he just sit back calmly and talk to her, nicely. He never matched her. He never matched her energy. He always tried to be level headed and stuff like that. And she said without, and she's pretty much saying without his level headedness, she feels lost at times. And she, knew she lost the man of her dreams, the man that her real true soulmate for real.
That's sad because, well, coming from the background that Nip had came from, man. Obviously, everybody knows he was from the Rolling '60s neighborhood Crip gang here in LA. Now, being in the gang, you have to be on point. It's always somebody trying to harm you or somebody trying to take your freedom away from you. So you can't be in an emotional state. You have to be cool, calm, and collected. Now, whether that came from teachings, his experience with his mother, teachings, I was even taught that. But at the end of the day, I was just raised a little different. I deal with disrespect a little different, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want to say it was something that's something I kind of aspire to do. And sometimes, and other times, I'm like, "Nah, I gotta check this bitch. It's over. Like, you can't just do this, can't do that." I don't know Lauren London, unfortunately. But at the end of the day,
So I wish I did too, man. Like just shoot, just
I'm trying to
like
get in some movies too. Shit.
for real.
But at the end of the day,
I just want to be an extra, the little guy walking across the street. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be the extra.
we did. I forgot what comedian it was, and she was obviously not funny, but she was like, um, Lauren London was tripping because I would have replaced my nigga in the emergency room, and I was like, what? You? That's not even funny. That's not even funny.
Like,
But
you thought it was a joke, like.
yeah, bro, I shouldn't even said that.
But I'm just saying, like I know the female you're talking about. I watch her little special too. She,
Dark skin chick. But at the end of the day, that's something that Simple P spoke on. Like people, RP to him too. And it's time to move on, and you just want to be single for the rest of your life. Your kids need a father or whatever. But who the fuck is she gonna get to replace Nipsey Hussle? It's like Beyonce. Who is she gonna get to replace Jay Z if
Like
something were to happen?
it's nobody on that. It's nobody really on that spectrum that can pick up that mantle. You know what I'm saying?
That and I don't know if she particularly is attracted to gangster niggas or they just happen to meet at the right place at the right time. But how many niggas are not gonna argue back with their female, bro? If anything, I'm to. I don't even want to say that, but if I'm on that status, power and influence, if I feel like shit is getting to a certain level, I'm not about to just. First of all, if I really did get that training to a certain extent, I'm not about. I don't know her temperament or her everyday uh mood, but the average man would just replace you. The average man, cool, cool, or
Like
argue back with you.
my temperament is different. I can handle with a female arguing with me. Just don't put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? That's because I was actually matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize this. I was actually in a physical abusive relationship. A female used to
Mm,
put her hand on me for real.
I think
Yeah.
that's common because it's acceptable in damn near all societies, bro. Especially with America being such a violent place. But
And I'm like,
yeah,
and,
man.
and luckily for me, I had female cousins, female friends. Like, go ahead and swoop her ass off. She, she out of hand again.
Do you know I will get my stud cousin to come and beat you up?
For
And she
real.
wears Timberlands and she's taller than me. She's been
She,
playing basketball for 15 years and she's only 15.
for real.
Come on now.
She came out.
Stop
She came out
playing.
like this as a baby. She came out like
Hell no.
that.
But that is also, something I learned. Learn how to separate yourself, distance yourself. So if anything, they go to another nigga, they for real miss you. That's what happened to me time and time again. Like I'm not necessarily different on purpose. I don't really do, but you can't find just another Aaron Moses like that. Some people might consider that a good thing. Some people might consider that a bad thing. But it's true. I might do this and do that, but you're still gonna miss me. That's just gonna happen. But I hope that Lauren London actually finds serenity and peace during these times. Not saying that I
Well,
hope I would never say
she,
that I hope she finds it. Huh?
yeah, she found peace, but I just hope some takes away her I want to say like her PTSD and trauma because I know that's like a traumatizing situation.
Has to be, bro. It's people sharing the video, and I'm sure she saw the footage, and people like, I heard you like crit. Like, nigga, I know she's going through it, and I know she's been going through it since day one. Healing energy to Lauren London, man. Did you want to say anything else about
Um,
that?
she's just rushing power to Nip, and that's about it. Peace and love to her and her family.
Especially the kids, man. So, today on Cam Capone News on YouTube, we had a guy from Chicago, Trenches News, from Old Block. He was saying that Old Block dated a guy from there and from 63rd. He also, that was just the title, but he also spoke on a guy from Old Block dating someone from STL, which is St.
No,
Lawrence,
no, no. Yeah.
63rd.
Okay, I was about to say because people get misconstrued about actual St. Louis, which is
No, it's St. Lawrence. Yeah, it does
no, no,
say
no. I'm saying
STL.
yeah, I'm saying people like that's in the comments on that YouTube was talking about St. Louis, which is not. It was actually St. Lawrence, like you said. That
Yeah,
I,
STL Tucaville is a gang in off of St. Lawrence and 63rd in Chicago, which a lot of people don't understand. That's walking distance. That's right around the corner. Like they could see the neighborhood from standing on the end of the block, which is horrible, but it is what it is. So again, man, you have to control yourself over these because I think this is what it is, bro. And I don't want to get in my Kevin Samuels bag, but at the end of the day, a lot of these, I didn't say all, I didn't even say most. A lot of women don't understand niggas and don't understand how we're going to respond and react to things. So it's not necessarily like we're fighting over the bitch. It's territory. We're territorial people, we're territorial animals. Even if a man has a son, they still don't want to get into certain type of situations because this is still another male with testosterone, and that's just how we're. And don't don't get let it to your head like, oh, I love.
all right,
As far
he
as
feel
you being the
disrespect.
medium, huh?
Yeah, like he feel disrespected. Yeah, I get it.
Like AMS was like, somebody asked me this question, like if you were on a date with a girl and this dude walked up and slapped her on the ass, would you fight him? And if you fight him, does that make you a simp? And he was like, bro, it's not about the female, it's about you came into my space and disrespected me. I don't care if I never even fucked this girl. Like you did that to me in my face. So that doesn't make you a simp if you would fight that man.
No, it's
And
like
females need to understand that shit.
you pretty much disrespectful something that's mine. That's mine. Like man, what? Hold on. That's like taking my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Belongs to me. It's like this is prison rules are in effect, guy. You touching something that's belong to me, I gotta put like hands on.
And I think it's really low self esteem and really, I mean, no self respect. So you feel like you want to juggle these different guys that's living down the street from each other. When you don't understand, now look at the situation. It's been 100 murders that have stemmed from this. It's been multiple wars that has been started over this all over the country. Not this particular situation, but because
Troy,
women don't understand
Helena
the
Troy,
position they're in.
Helena Troy.
Yeah, bro, like
That's all I gotta say. Helena Troy.
it could be anything. It's not like niggas wake up every day
Ju-
and they want to take somebody's whole house because they don't have a
Julius
house.
Caesar,
Like,
Julius Caesar, and Cleopatra. I just naming all the little famous women. You know,
she did that on. At least she was strategic with it. She did that on purpose. But this chick was just being thirsty. She probably didn't have a fucking father in her life, and that extra male attention, it hits different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. That's the same thing with like sometimes you wake up and
I try,
you
I
want
try,
feminine attention.
I'm trying to think of another female in
What's
history.
her name? Asian doll with the
Not
King
too
Von and Quando Rondo situation.
okay. Um,
Because you think it's a sane. You think somebody's crazy because they will kill over something that is free, readily available, a woman's body, some vagina. They're not killing over the vagina. They're killing because they have honor and self respect. and you are just giving a nigga a reason to act off their instincts, and that's not cool, ladies. Y'all gotta tighten up because they're FBG Duck and Ken Von used to kick it. Now they're both dead because of something that you did, being thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
So your little attention for the next 6 months is not more important than the countless lives that are going to be lost because you don't know how to raise and boost and maintain your own self-esteem or your problems. Like that's not cool at all, bro. At all.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in they were saying I think it was the eight trays in the 60s or something like that. That was apparently over ago. That's what the myth is, but I mean, I don't think we'll ever know.
The real
I
one.
guess a dude was trying to fight a dude over a girl, and some random guy came out of nowhere and shot one of them. And they said, "Hey, just give him up, and then we don't have to take it there." And they didn't want to give him up, so they just start warring, and that's a 50-year war over a chick. Probably 1,000 niggas have died over this one instance. Somebody having some sex with two different dudes.
Shit,
Sad but true.
and not only that, especially if the females is out in these streets fucking with these street dudes. 9 times out of 10, they. I'm sorry to say,
That
nine
shit
out of
sucks
10,
too.
and they been ran through.
So, ladies, I'm not saying that it's you are. I mean, the situation is more susceptible to go there if you're fucking with a street dude. But if you are gonna be a thought, if you're gonna be a bust down, if you want to be a little runner, but whatever name you want to give it, at least do it with some squares.
Shoot, in my case, I'm a regular dude. I ain't no nerd. I ain't no gangster. I ain't nothing. I'm just gonna let you go. I'm sorry. Do what you do. You wanna fuck? You wanna fuck? You wanna fuck? I don't give a fuck, bitch. I just don't care. Like like
You
like
got to
like
understand.
like I found you. I can find 5 or 6 more of you.
And the funny thing
Take
is, I don't want
me.
to just put it. I
Take
don't want
me
to just
up
put it
on
all on the
ten.
female. I don't want to just put it all on the female. If you know this chick has a because or they might think it's funny to just be fucking with somebody's girl, but bro, niggas have been killing over females since the beginning of time. Why would you put yourself in a position like that? Because you might think it's funny, or you just feel the energy of dominating another nigga. But
Nah,
number one, bro, that's some gay shit to be deliberately.
I've been putting myself in that I know of. 2 times I was a side nigga. 2 times I was a side nigga. Didn't even know. Didn't even know it. I was a side nigga until I said I replay. I'm saying the same thing I said in the previous podcast. If y'all want to watch that or what I said about that, go back and watch the previous podcast for that story. Because I'm not saying that. But in the second time, I did not know I was a side dude until we at the club. Me and the
Oh
bitch.
yeah, you told me the story. Yeah.
No, I told you the one about me. The one I said on the podcast is me and the homeboys, and I'm on his couch with the homeboys. I said that in the podcast. In the
The
second time, I
one where
told you,
she went to the club where her boyfriend was there or her ex was there or something like that. You told me that on
no.
the phone.
Yeah, oh yeah, I told you. Yeah, I told you this on the phone. Yeah, yeah. So and we show up. We
Hugged
like
up.
this going in. We like this
Hmm.
going in. I'm thinking it's just a regular day. I don't got I don't got nobody with me. It's me by myself with this girl. No cousins, no friends, no nothing. And he a real street dude. He a real street dude. He his homeboys came up to me like, yo, such and such want to see you. And she knew what it was. She was like, I be at the bar over here.
But I'm like, hold on, no, but hold on, bitch.
Like,
Who
hold
is that?
on. So I get escorted to see the see dude big. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of intimidating, but at the same time, I ain't no bitch or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm like, because I'm looking at the situation. I'm like, I'm in my mind, I'm counting in my head how many dudes it is. I'm like, all right, it's like it's like 13, it's like 13 or 14 of them. I'm like, shit,
Ooh,
I'm way outnumbered. No, they got metal
nigga,
detectors
two
and
is
everything.
outnumbered. 13.
I'm outnumbered. I don't got no heat. I'm like, oh, okay, this is okay. And do big, okay. I'm saying to myself, Travis, don't like be
Don't say
cool,
nothing
kid. Don't
stupid.
don't say don't say nothing out of pocket. I know you on 100 right now, but when you talk to these motherfuckers, be a cool. I know you on 100 right now in your head, but you need to be a cool two right now, cause you look at the race lines of these niggas. They pay security to have their guns in here. You got nothing. You got nothing but your fist. You can only knock out one or two. Be for real. This is a losing. This is a losing case. So he looks at me. He's like, "What up, man?" I'm like, "What up?" He look. He's like, "You look confused." I'm like, I'm kind of am. I'm like, what's this? What's this about? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did I bump into you? You know what I'm saying? So I'm running the situation where did I bump into one of your dudes on, you know what I'm saying, on accident or something like that? I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Because when I first got in there, I did bump into somebody, and I said, I'm sorry. He like me mugged me. I didn't know if he part of the little crew. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm thinking that's a scenario going on. That he's like, it's about the female. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what she do? Like, man, she accidentally spilled a drink or something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, man? How talk to me? So you don't know who I am. So, like, how long you been talking to old girl for? You know what I'm telling him? Like, man, I only been talking to her about maybe a couple days now. This is our little first love date or whatever. Like, okay. He's like, but she, where did you meet her at? So I told her, I told her the meeting spot. You know what I'm saying? How I met her. You're like, oh, okay. You met her, you know what I'm saying? So you met her at the nursing home while you was visiting your friend's grandma and stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Yeah, her grandma stayed there too. Okay. So you don't know who I am, do you? No. Oh. She say you should. Yeah, yeah. She tell you like, s- hold on. For some reason, it's going out. So, yeah. So yeah. So she didn't say you got a boyfriend or anything. She didn't say she got a boyfriend. Nah. She didn't say she got a boyfriend. Like, all right. I'm not just her boyfriend. That's my fiance. We get married next month. We get married next month. I'm like, oh. He was like, don't lie to me. Did you stick your dick in her? No, I didn't get a chance to. That's how I was planning on doing that tonight. I ain't gonna lie. He's like, he's like, you're a cool, funny dude, but I got to be real with you, man. I want you to lead a club. She gonna go home with me. You gonna lead a club. I'm like, cool. He's like, do me a favor though. I want to see you delete the number. Here you go.
I'd have been like, you delete it, block it first.
I deleted. He's like. Matter of fact, what's your number so I can add it to my contacts. So if I at her phone I ever see your number, I don't do something to you. I'm like, man, go ahead, man. I ain't tripping over this. I, I swear to God, I learned how to block numbers that day. I,
That's not even if you block. I mean, it's
I blocked
obviously.
I blocked his number and her number. Y'all both ain't calling me. Hold
Nah,
on.
I wouldn't have blocked his number. Definitely wouldn't have did that. We need to stay in contact, bro. Now, how you doing? How the kids, man? Yeah. I know I'm not inviting to the wedding, but I'm gonna send some flowers though. Make sure she get. No, you make sure she gets there on time, man. You still want to marry this bitch? God damn. It's not that serious. That's another thing, man. Why are you messing with this chick that cheated on you? This, if a female would cheat on you, bro, she will be willing to get you killed. Cause
A
that's a
month
death
before
sentence.
the wedding.
A month
That's a clear
before the
sign.
wedding,
Break it off.
I
Break it
would
off.
have, man. No, I would have been.
I,
I would have
I
got
hope
this
he ain't
bitch
getting
a.
cheated on now with the same girl. I just hope he ain't getting cheated on by the
This
white.
is obviously something that's happened in past times, bro. Like because he knew how to handle it, he kept his cool. Because when that happens one time or the first time, bro, niggas usually don't know how to act.
They
So,
going bang 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 bang. I said,
like he expected this to happen, bro, because you know what you said. Let me get your number just in case she cheats on me again, because that's cheating, bro. So she is obviously a serial cheater. Horrible situation. And like, I mean, you made a great point, bro. It could be somebody that's charismatic, they have money, they have power. It's being cheated on is just like an addiction. Nobody is immune to it. It doesn't matter where you grow up, how you carry yourself. The bitch is gonna do what she wants to do, bro. There's nothing you could do about that, but do you and respond and in your own mentalism. But if that's what he wants, I don't know if they have a kid, two, three kids. I don't know if they have business investments. But this thug the fuck out niggas with all these potential lineups still got cheated on, bro. It's going. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. I'm not even going to say to expect it. Expect for you to respond how you're going to respond, but to like when you are in a specific type of relationship with somebody, whether that be sexual or romantic, you're putting damn near half of your life in their hands, bro. So you just got to be careful. And there's no telltale sign. Any female, just like any man could kill, any female could cheat, no matter what she says out her mouth, bro. No matter
knock
how
on
old or young she is,
knock on wood.
it can happen.
Knock on wood. I never been cheated on. I don't even know how that spelling is.
Horrible,
Okay.
disgusting. Because the first thing initially that you do is, damn, what the fuck did I do? You point the fingers at yourself. And the whole thing is never like, and I'm speaking to the ladies, it's never 100% the cheater's fault. It's always, even if you've been with this person for, let's say, 3 years, even if it's 99% of that person's fault, it's still 1% your fault. You did something. Out of those thousand something days, 1%, that's still 10 days. You fucked up at least 10 times. So it is something that you could have always done better. But if this person is just a stone cold cheater, they're going to cheat.
I, I did all the shit. I did all the cheating. I'm sorry I done it, but I did it all. I wish I never done. Shit.
cheat on you. But if I want to fuck somebody, I'm gonna call you and be like, "Hey, I want to fuck this bitch. Like, what's up?" You know, I'm not about to. I don't want to have to go through all the strategies and tactics and methods of not getting caught. I'd rather just tell you. I'm not saying I want to be in an open relationship at all, but if it's that serious, I'm gonna get the clearance, nigga. Like, cause I'm putting myself in danger, her in danger, and other people in danger by cheating on her. You know, I'd rather just be like, hey, do you mind if I fuck this bitch? And would you like to join? But at the 20%, just don't cheat, man. That's not the grown up thing to do, especially if you're a grown man, bro. Especially if you're a grown man and you pay all the bills and you do all that traditional stuff. Just be real, like, hey, it is what it is. But another thing before I move off this topic, somebody did tell me if that's something that's somebody and I like them and I want to put my dick in them, I want to do that. And if you want to join, cool. If not, cool. But that's something I desire to do. No matter how much you like this woman, or even for someone
Mm.
you don't want to fuck with it. It's somebody out there that will fuck with it. It's 7 billion people on this motherfucker. Somebody's gonna. It's 100,000 people you could be with. Out of that 100,000 people, somebody's gonna fuck with that. Okay, so don't cheat. Simple.
That's fine.
You can't cheat on another motherfucker. You can only cheat yourself out of a good situation.
Mm-hmm. I've done that before. I cheated my way out of out of a couple good relationships with women in my life. Sure, it ain't worth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's part of life, part of growing up, part of not what to do in the future.
exactly. Yeah, I don't see myself doing that, but I'm not gonna lie. If I hear too many no's, I don't know. I am human. You know, I do like variety. But at the at the end of the day, man, this next topic, man, we have HBCU. If you don't know what that means, historical Black college or university was just Miss Copin, who was just elected, and she is Latina, and Black women are mad. So I'm guessing they do a thing that's similar to, excuse me, one of the detriments of doing the pot outside. They do something like a beauty contest, like a Miss America or Miss Brazil or what have you, but they do them at specific colleges. And I don't know if it's pronounced Coppin University. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but this is a historically Black college and university, which means the population is more than likely mostly African Americans, Africans, Black people, Afro Latinos. But this year, Miss Copin was Latina and Black women are mad. Now, why do you think that
Hold
is?
on. Isn't she part black and Latina though? That she's not 100% Latina, right?
I didn't really, I haven't heard that. But at the end of the day, visually, she doesn't necessarily look it. I don't know if she's Dominican, Puerto Rican, Cuban. I don't know if she might be Brazilian. I don't know exactly.
That's what I'm saying. If she got any black blood, I don't see a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? If she got any small 2%, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, okay. But my response to that is, if somebody, she wouldn't be the face of it because she doesn't look like the average Black woman.
True. That's what I'm saying.
She
Like
doesn't even look like a light skinned black woman. So,
I don't know. I don't know. My mom don't look like that. The average black woman too, but she is.
but she could run an ad and they could say, for women of color, try this shampoo. That would be okay because you could look at her and be like, oh, okay, I can see that. This chick straight up looks like Sofia Vergara, bro. Off of that one show, Modern Family. She straight looks like Jennifer Lopez. Not to be racist, like she looks cool, but she doesn't look like the average black woman. She's not a Stacey Dash. She's not Lisa Ray. She's not a
that's,
Vivica
that's
Fox.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I put it in my mom category. She ain't my mom ain't the average black black woman either. So
But I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. Like out of all these black women, and this is a historically black college. This is a college that was built to
but
cater to
but
us.
but
And you make this lady.
but who's the voters though? Didn't they have some controversy voting the last couple years about something like this?
I'm not familiar with those situations.
That's what I think I read somewhere, or you know the person wasn't necessarily the winner, but they was like in top five or something like that. I want to say something like that. They was in the top voting. If not, they won it. And that was like a few years ago too.
Uh, so I forgot her name, bro, but this was more so your generation. It might have been slightly before or in a time where you couldn't even remember. But I forgot that singer's name, bro. She was in Soul Food. She was Terry in Soul Food. That was the first black woman to be elected Miss America.
Vivica
Um,
Fox? No,
it wasn't Vivica Fox. It was. I should have did the research, bro. But she was. You remember the lady who got cheated on? Her husband cheated on her. Let me.
Faith?
Let me.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Look, can I see my phone? Can I see my phone real quick? Hold on.
And then they revoked her crown because they found out that she did some modeling for Playboy. Can you hear me? Or did it pause?
Nah, I can the video pause, but I can still hear the audio.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna close it and come back in.
Yeah, I got it up on my other phone. Hello?
All right, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. She was the first black woman to be elected Miss America, but then they revoked her title because they found out she did some modeling for, I think, Hustler or Playboy or something like that. But what we do have to
Um,
understand, first of all, this lady did not
it was
elect
the
herself.
Penthouse magazine. It was the Penthouse magazine.
Penthouse. Okay, and for you guys who don't know, Penthouse, because they don't necessarily have, well, they're not as popular. They are a magazine. We got 2 viewers. We should have at least 2 likes. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can get some more of this every Sunday. But the more you like, the more other people can see this. But what we do have to understand is America is a melting pot. So you can't get mad because somebody like you that doesn't look like you is the face of beauty for that year. You understand me? And this is the unity that we do need, which we're gonna speak on a political subject after the a couple political subjects after this. But if anything, I don't even want to be like that. But shit, you should be mad at yourself because you were doing something to be overlooked. This lady, it's not like she's ugly or anything, but it's not like she looks like Becky from Nebraska. She looks like what she looks like. And again, like I said, she didn't vote for herself, niggas. You can't get mad at her. But at the end of the day, there's a diversity. It's not an all black school, it's other representation, in this school. So what you
Oh,
thought was
no,
supposed to be a black woman every year?
like I said, so I said they voted on who they voted for. Though. The most beautiful, the most selling should win those contests. But
This
hey,
should be motivation like, damn, I need to step it up. Like, not blaming her because, I mean, you might have thought you were prettier than her, but most people didn't think so.
I
So,
don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to have no controversial topics on this thing because I was gonna say something very controversial. Very controversial. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it. I want people. I wanted our podcast to be loved by y'all. I want our podcast to be loved by no
I mean,
controversial.
that's the whole thing. That's the reason that one of the motivating factors, because now maybe more Latinos are going to be more comfortable going there. Which, if your favorite rappers and your
Money.
favorite athletes would donate, they wouldn't have to resort to this type of marketing strategy because that's all it was.
True.
That's really all it was. Yes, black women are the most educated demographic in this country, but obviously, I don't think most black women go to HBCUs. I think they go to mostly PWUs, which is predominantly white universities. You know what I'm saying?
And,
So it's nothing
and they fall in love with people like named Buck and shit. I don't know. Bradley.
right. So another very important topic that's very similar to this, we have an increase. Um, and if you want to watch the original video, it's on Duke Jackson's channel. He made it about a month ago. African American men, black men, African, I have to say African American or black American men are being run out of Brazil. The passport bros. If you don't know what a passport bro is, a passport bro is somebody who pretty much, I'm just going to sum it up. Passport bro is somebody who goes to a different country in order to do some tricking, more than likely. But
They
originally,
tricking the guy. They tricking the guy.
it originally started because black men were looking to find wives. That was their original intention. But of course, as the economy increases and more people have access to money, not everybody's looking for a wife. They just want to go over there, party, drink, do some whatever, and fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad. But now people are complaining. There are gangsters that are running these people out of the country, making sure they don't come out their hotels and escorting them to the airport and telling them don't come back. We have black Brazilian feminist groups that are making heck of videos, telling us that Brazilian women are not Brazil. But at the end of the day, you give your opinion on this, and I'll tell you what I think.
Sure. You talking about just the passport bro situation, or you talking about the immigration thing? Which
No, no, the passport bro situation. We could talk about that
okay.
after the band after another gonna
See,
form together beautifully, bro.
honestly, me personally, I wouldn't be no passport bros because I know I know how people have evil minds when it comes to American men, and especially if you're a Black American man. Um, America don't come to your aid. America ain't gonna come to your aid. I'm sorry. Look at honestly, be real. Look what they did to the Brittany Griner situation. They let they let her sit there for a very long time unnecessarily. Unnecessarily, they let her sit in that Russian cell. And me as a black man, I don't got that resources, I don't got that money, I don't got that cash. I'm done, baby. It is what it
Look what they did
is.
to ASAP Rocky, nigga.
Exactly.
And his
I'm
wife is a fucking billionaire, which lets you know money. I'm not saying that money can't move mountains, but that $1 billion plus his couple million, he's probably up 10 million, which a billion and 1 billion, $10 million. That's not money to these people. They don't give a
mm-mm.
fuck.
You're black life, your life worth nothing. They don't care about how much money you got.
That's her husband. I mean, shit. They might as well be married. That's her baby daddy, bro. Which I would hope that she would give up that whole $1 billion to get her man back, safe home. But
Right.
they didn't give a fuck about her
Right.
dollars. So you got to be careful in these different
And
countries,
like I said, if I go out the country, I'm like a little family man when I go out.
bro. Exactly. I'm not. I never
I
really.
just
I don't really trust. So at the end of the day, me
like
getting a passport, bro, was never my aspiration. I don't give a fuck
I'm
how much
definitely ain't going to
money.
no third world country. That's for damn sure. That's out of there.
Huh?
That's out of there. I'm going to somewhere like the UK. You know, I, you
I'm
know.
not even fucking with the UK. I barely even fuck with my own country
I'm
with
saying
another motherfucker's country.
I'm somewhere in Japan with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want
I'm
to
in
go in
Tokyo.
Japan. I don't want to go. I don't want to
That's what
go.
I'm saying. I
Man,
want
I'm
something.
scared
I want
now.
something I'm scared when I go. I gotta be somewhere. You gotta have that. You gotta have that a little bit of dust. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about my surroundings when I'm traveling. You know what I'm saying? They
You
gonna
feel
look at
me?
me like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool where I'm going. If I'm going somewhere, I want to be cool.
Right.
I
But
I don't want to go nowhere where they look at me and see a dollar sign. I'm not trying to go there.
I
If
feel
they
you.
look,
I feel you.
shit,
Dubai. Somewhere
exactly.
where I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm looked at as middle class, even though
I'm
I'm rich
poor.
as fuck.
Look at this poor American. You know what I'm saying? Like, look
Like
at that.
damn, but I got 7 accounts with $3 million in it. You only got $21 million. That's where I want to go. Shit.
Exactly.
Like, why would we kidnap this broke ass nigga? I can't get nothing for this nigga.
Dude, man, this man is only worth 50 million. He ain't even worth
50 million, nigga. I had 50 million since I was 50 days old. You better stop it. Shit. But okay, my opinion on the situation, man, is I think that I think that the Black Brazilian feminist movement should be, yes, they're offended that people see Black Brazilian women as sexual objects. Of course, right? We can't put the blame on people for being sexually attractive because that's what you're naturally supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to strive for. And if you're genetically blessed, go ahead and do that. But at the end of the day, why would you stop the tricking, bro? Because the passport bros, they don't really want to do any harm. It's not like they're coming over there looking for the plug. They're not coming over there trying to kidnap motherfuckers. They want to get some pussy and pay your bills and leave. You feel me? So there are women that are specifically open to that type of dealings
it.
and that type
Like,
of
yeah.
relationship, and some of them authentically want to get married. They're not just looking for a good time and they go home in 5 days, which is common for passport bros, but it's not the whole population.
Nah,
Now,
there's some of them on that, like you said, some of them trying to be on that 90-day fiance tip.
it's
They
true.
want
It's
to come
very true, bro. Now we do have solutions when it comes to this. If you don't want to be looked at sexual objects, that is within your power. But when it gets to a certain threshold, it's too late. if you look at me as a sexual object, I can't dress up like a priest, a pastor, a teacher, a doctor. You already looked at me as a sexual object before I was born for generations. I can't change that. You feel me? So the
Sure,
solution would be
That's
to make
already
it
it's
safe.
already for us. That's bad enough for us. We you black, so you got big dick,
I gotta
and then
exactly, but they don't look at me as being a marriage material. Like you said, like nigga, I'm from the South, bro. Like
you,
around
you,
white women, they'll say, "Well, sure, I've been with one of them," but they don't even say a black man. They say I've been with one of them. I'll be with one of them, but I would never marry a black man. Like, damn, bitch, you just think I'm a sexual
you
object?
what is
Like that's
matter of fact,
fucked up.
you you
I
you
heard
you,
niggas say that about white women too, or
you know what's crazy
I've
about
heard
that?
everything.
The the little the little man that you thought about that man. I deal with one of the racist women from the south.
I've been with racist bitches before, and they don't even know they're fucking racist. When I say, "Why do you want to be with me?" Because I knew you would have a big dick. I know you would dance. Because black men know how to treat a white woman. Because you probably didn't have a dad growing up, so you appreciate my femininity. And I was like, "What, bitch? That's racist." That's not racist. I was like, that's prejudice. You have a preconceived notion and prejudice against me because of my race. Like that's not cool. You're a racist. You don't even like niggas like that. And then she began to go on to tell me, hold on, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
She began to go on to tell me that the white men in her town wouldn't fuck with her, and she saw that black men will fuck with her more than a white man, so that's why she likes niggas. And I was like, bro, so you authentically don't even have an appreciation for the culture, for me.
You just
You
want
just
somebody
want to fuck
because
with
you
me
can't get it.
because a white man won't fuck with you because of how
Cause
you act.
you too thick. Yeah,
Yeah, she was too, yeah. But at the end of the day, oh, the solution, let me tell you the solution. The solution is not to get mad at black American man trying to trick on you. The solution is to separate or build a culture where we could feel safe or be safe to trick or to find a wife. You need to make some kind of coded language or make some kind of separate part because it's
or
already too
or not only
a
that,
separate part of Brazil or a separate part of Rio or Sao Paulo where
not
we
only
could be
that,
safe
set,
tricking and trying to find a wife.
get on these international dating sites and find you something before you go out there.
You
And not
can't
look
trust
at
that shit as much because it's not like these dudes are out here. It's not
hold on,
Pookie
hold
and
on,
Ray Ray.
hold on.
It's not Man Man and Peanut going out there, bro. It's educated black men that have mastered the language of Portuguese or Spanish or Italian or something.
That's all.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's not like hood niggas going out there all the time acting a
I,
fool.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, get somebody to feel safe. Meet somebody online. Start talking to them. Making phone calls. Do the video chat. Get to know that person before you go out there. That's all I'm saying. Just don't go out there because you can speak the language, because that's gonna be deadly too. Have
That's just
something.
as yeah, it's just as bad.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
We need some mediate. I mean, yes, that's the same thing. We need some mediation where
And
that
always
it's
meet up
not
in a
gonna
public
stop, man.
place. We always meet up in a public place right next to your hotel. And don't tell people where you stay at too. Don't tell these
No,
females.
we can't do shit about it. That's not our shit, bro. That's not our space. We can't, as the Black Passport bros, can't do shit, and it's not our responsibility necessarily. And I'm not speaking. I'm speaking for black men because I love black men, and I don't want anything
Yeah,
to happen
I'm
to
just trying
people
to
who
help
look
people
like
out
me.
feel
You
safe.
feel me?
That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make them feel safe and stuff like that. What I was doing in that situation.
That's what. Okay, that's good. I'm saying as the black feminist movement in Brazil, you don't want to be sexually objectified, which is very understandable because I don't want to either. If I had a daughter
It
and
just
she was a black
happens. It
Brazilian,
just
I
happens.
wouldn't want her to be
It's human
sexually
nature.
objectified either. But what I'm
Everybody
saying
gonna be
is,
everybody gonna
yeah.
be sexual subjective. It's human nature. We all sex objects.
But at the end of the day,
I'm
just
tired of being looked up,
if
but I
they're
got
gonna
good food.
people are gonna keep coming there, and you don't want to have to resort to violence, right? You do want the money, you want the benefit, but you don't want responsibility. So take the and put it in a controlled setting. If these dudes, you want people to keep coming to Brazil and contributing financially, so just make it a specific area where they go, so they don't have to be around your family. Somewhere with the beach, somewhere with the resort, and just make it a little, maybe just a
What are
small
two
area.
plans?
It's white parts of Mexico where it's really only white people that go on vacations, and it's really not that many people that go there that actually live in Mexico like that. Set that situation on, because those people go there, they don't have any complaints, they trick, or they might get their wife come home and they don't get fucking killed and kidnapped and ran out and babysat till they get to the airport. Like, you should be embracing the spirit of trickness and the spirit of people trying to mix people wives and they have kids and shit. Like, come on, bro. You need these American dollars just like we do. Well, I'm trying to. They're trying to show you love. Accept the love. Don't reject it. Don't scare motherfuckers from coming to Brazil. Like, damn, nigga.
Accept that money,
Accept the
cause
money, man.
I know, cause like seriously, just like rich athletes and stuff like that. They will run a bag up. They will run a bag up just to say they got it. Like, man, they spent 20, 30,000 at the bar just because, and the shit don't even be worth that.
Exactly. I watched a documentary where this lady, because the funny, not funny, but prostitution is legal in Brazil, bro. Pimping is not, because that's just the pimping is just too powerful to make legal. But prostitution is legal. Their rent is damn near like
They, they,
like
they don't. They don't. You can't get rich off of pussy management. You manage the pussy. If you're a man and you manage the pussy, it's a
hey
it's
man.
it's a bad idea. But if you're a female and you manage the pussy, the madams, that's what they in the pimp world we call the little female managers, madams. They can pimp all they want. Call them what you want, but they female pimps. That's what it is. They some female pimps.
They're confused.
They some female pimps. They don't be second date. They get one of their little peons to suck the dick and everything, and they get paid for it. And they don't go to jail. No, these female pimps do not go to jail. They don't do nothing.
I
And
think
hold on, hold on.
she just got 50 years like a nigga, like a black man. They gave her ass 50. 50 of them things.
Hold on. They did, but she had a long. They've been trying to get her. They've been trying to get her for years though. That somebody made it a mission to get her in jail and get her that time. Somebody had a vendetta against her. That's why. One of the police had a vendetta against her. But I'm talking. But I'm talking about the
It's
average
like the
female
average.
pimp. They don't get no time. But not compared to the average. I'm comparing averages. The average male pimp to the average female pimp. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm doing.
Speaking of
I,
time, man, we got this man, Bandman Kevlar, said that he'd rather spend money on a female, pay all her bills, than actually take her on some dates. Because he said his time is worth more than $20,000 a month to spend on a female. And I'm thinking, like, nigga, he was like, yeah, I'll pay a female's phone bill, I'll pay her electric bill. When I want to fuck, come over and fuck. I don't want to talk, I don't want to take you to the bar. And I'm thinking, like, bro, do you understand how stupid that fucking sounds, nigga?
but he on an average he make about 30. He make I will forget what he said. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. but he making 30 to 70,000 a
A month.
month. That's what he's claiming. So I can see why he's doing that. And when you and people got to realize when you're dealing with these rich men and business like men, they rather spend that money than that time because that time is more money than you can possibly imagine. That 2 to 3 hours of with you they spent for free, they missed out on a big business opportunity that's worth a few million over the next couple years. That's why they missed that little contract.
2 to 3 hours. But okay. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to whether I believe it or not. I'm still gonna give my opposing opinion just to keep it spicy.
Nah,
But you don't want to actually have that emotional connection with that woman, and have the guarantee or more of a safety net that she's not fucking other niggas. If you spend that 2 or 3 hours, not even a day, 2 or 3 hours, knowing that okay, this chick is emotionally attached to me and I kind of like her, you know what I'm saying? So I could do what I want to do off my own fruition, but not make it a transitional thing. You know what I'm saying? Transactional. Excuse me,
it's,
transactional.
but the thing, like I said, the thing is, it's not like I said, it's not even about that. Because even when they get married, when they marry these big time businessmen and stuff like that, big time CEOs, it's still the same rules still gonna apply. Yeah, we're gonna live in the same house, but
Right. See? There you go.
we're gonna still live in the same house, but the same rules apply. Hey babe, I'm gonna be in the office. We're gonna spend 7 hours tonight when we sleep next to each other. I'm gonna be in the office all day. I'm gonna be on my phone all day. Oh, we watching a movie. Let me go. You hear the phone ring. I gotta go back in the office. You hear the phone ring. You see where I'm going. This is business, baby.
And I do want to put that out there, bro. What I would have to say is
And
if okay, I'm gonna take it a little deeper. If Bam Bam Kevo, well, he also said this. I left something out. He said, "Man, it used to be times like even when I had money, I would be spending 8 hours on the phone. This trickish mentality that he has, he can't control himself with an attractive woman. So it would be better if it's contractual and transactional because he knows that this woman is going to distract him at some point, and he might fall in love and slip on a banana pill and wake up in the hospital married. You know what I'm saying? So it might be better for him, um, lifestyle.
sure, some people, but that's kind of a double-edged sword. We're, we're talking about a high quality man and with that type of money around females because it'd be cheaper and wiser to lock them up in a marriage as sometimes. But then again, if you get married, this bitch has got a vendetta of just getting married and getting the bread and leave, then you fucked. It's kind of like a double-edged sword in a way.
I mean, not everybody. Not saying I don't know Batman Kevin personally. Again, unfortunately,
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm
but
saying. I
just
was
the
speaking
average
in
person.
general. In general,
Yeah,
because
I
like I
wouldn't
said,
recommend anybody get married if they don't have if they're not married to a good plan, of course. But at the end of the day, that would be my style too. Like, okay, baby, I have to do this. I gotta go away on business for about a week. Here's 20 bands. Here's 100 bands. Or you know what? I'm gonna be stupid busy for this next financial fiscal quarter. So when I'm done with my business, we can go to Hawaii. After we leave Hawaii, we're gonna go to the Philippines, do it up, and then I gotta be busy again for another 3 months or whatever. way, but you don't know
Mm.
this bitch though, and you're putting her on this pedestal, you're putting her above your own money. Like, nigga, that's what I never understood about Future and all these people who got little baby talking about they pay women for sex. I'm like, you pay women for sex, but you got a million women that follow you on Instagram. To be totally honest, it should be the other way around, bro. But everybody doesn't think like that, I guess. To be able to sexually, do what I like. But I'm not about to take that out on my pockets. Like, what the fuck? For what?
Mm.
Because there's plenty of women that's been battle tested and they know how to do what I like, but I don't have patience. I mean, even at this level, even with nothing,
Hold on.
like I don't know who Batman Cavill's audience is. I'm not obsessed with this nigga. I don't watch him every day, but whosoever watches him, I don't think he's setting a good example because again, to me, that's not that's not
Sorry,
a social skill that
sorry.
you
I mean
should
the homemade brownie. My bad.
preach to other people. Like, this is the top. When you get some money, you spend it on a bitch that could barely read a Dr. Seuss book without a smartphone. No,
Mm.
nigga, what the fuck? You can suck a dick, but you can't read.
That's
That's
a
just
turn
like the
off.
homies. Like, you can roll a blunt, but you can't tie a tie. I don't need to be around you, man. That's not. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to make fun of bro or anything like that. To be honest, I don't have his money, and I haven't. But I don't know what I would do in that situation. But I know what I would do right now. I know what I have done, and instead of me when I was selling dope and when I was doing this and doing that, I made the
Mm.
conscious decision
No,
to
that
not
wasn't
even
the animal.
be around females because I know how females do. Instead of just paying for them for a motherfucker, like if you want to fuck, we can fuck, but I'm not about to pay you. Like, what the? It's an equal exchange. Who are you for me to pay you? And I got more money than you. Like, I can see if something happens to your family, your mom needs a surgery, your dog just got hit by a car. We have been fucking, so it is what it is. Like, I'm putting my life in danger by giving you this money because I don't know you like that. I don't know who you know, but that comes with it. I think he's too famous to be able to seduce a woman and them authentically like her without him getting involved in certain situations. But $20,000 a month? That's nigga. Some people's houses don't even cost $20,000. Why would you? Hey, it is what it is, man. I can't say what I wouldn't do, but I know I wouldn't do that. Shit, I'm cool on that. $20,000, like I don't have anything against tricking or spending money on a woman for their sexual attention or anything like that. But it's just certain levels to certain experiences, bro. Like, nigga, I'd rather spend $20,000 on the circus than on a bitch that has her face painted like she just came from the circus. Like, I'm cool on 20,000, 20,000 a month, 20,000, nigga, $20,000 a month times 12 on more than, and I'm willing to bet this nigga is not just fucking on one bitch, bro. So let's say two females, that's damn near $250,000 on pussy, bro. It's not that serious, bro.
Hey, when you got it, you got it. Shit, I wish I can get it like that. I definitely won't be spending it like that though. Guaranteed I won't be spending like that.
Mm, I would have to be making probably
I gotta make 20 times as much as that to
Yeah,
be
I was about
something
to
like
say
that.
I gotta be for $20,000. No, bro. If you
Shit,
spend 20,000, I would
if
have
I'm
to be
spending
making
20,000
about
like that,
a
it
hundred thousand.
literally that literally got to be like 12 cents in my pocket. It got to feel like 12 cents in my pocket. Like
It
if
has
I
to be
drop
only 10% of what I make, bro. I
like
gotta be making 100,000.
if, shit, I wouldn't even say that. It literally got to be it got to be like 1%. Like if like loose change fall on my pocket on the ground, so I ain't missing it. You know what I'm saying? It got to be like that. Damn, it got to feel like I just like if I'm spending 20,000 like that, it got to feel like two down. Like I, I'm saying, I'm saying that 200. I'm saying I got it. Got to be that much. You know what I'm saying? It got to be that much. It got to feel like I just dropped some pennies on the ground. It really had to
Of
feel like I
course.
just.
Because if you're making 200 million a month, nigga, then you gotta be a busy man. You don't even have really time to do anything else.
Um,
But and just go ahead and
mm,
do
mm,
that.
mm.
But this last situation, bro, to be honest, did you still want to go into that? The Biden administration will reject all Haitian, Cuban, and Nicaraguan asylum seekers who cross over to America illegally. Or did you just want to leave it how it is? Because we've been live for a good hour and a half.
Matter of fact, we're gonna touch on that quite likely because it got a lot of people outraged, and I want to say
Right.
this. But the same people that's outraged, about that? What about Trump and his Great Wall and
Well,
people
that
behind
is
that? I'm saying the same people that's barking this is the same people that had the manga hats. I said had the mega hats. My bad.
it is. The wall didn't actually happen. And
No,
there's
I'm
no
just
law.
hold on. I'm saying the same thing. It was the push out. It was the push out immigrant. It's the push out the immigrants, right? It was the
It
push out
was
the
to keep them
immigrants.
from coming in.
Yes, and and the same people that would have mega hats is supporting no Mexicans, right?
Right.
No, they supporting this. They support them no Mexicans. But soon Biden say we gonna allow certain things because it's still literally Mexico still somewhat of America somewhat because we took what I'm saying because so close. But when you talking about out of people from out of countries and everything, it's a problem because
That's not
they
the same. That's not the same thing or the same audience, bro.
I'm saying
So let
yes,
me
yes
explain it.
it is, yes it is, dude.
Just repeat it one more time. I might be just misunderstanding you.
I I am saying
So you're saying that people. Go ahead.
that the people with the little mega hats make America great again.
Hmm.
They are upset that Biden said no to this group, but saying yes to the other group.
It's impossible to keep Mexicans out of America. Number one, because it's a bordering country, and it's more costly to make efforts towards that. Where as opposed to because these countries are not right across the street, bro.
It's
It's pretty obvious. So it's harder for a Cuban to get over here, or a Venezuelan, or a Nicaraguan, or what's the other that a Haitian to get over here than a Mexican that lives in Tijuana or a state that touches Texas. That's obvious.
Okay.
They can't happen. So you can't tell somebody really in all reality not to come somewhere where they have monuments and artifacts. That's not right ethically. But at the end of the day, I find it messed up because there were laws in place to allow them. Well, I'm talking about the Cubans specifically, but the Cubans, the Haitians, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans to come over here to seek asylum specifically gang activity and from other things trying to escape.
But,
Now, because of that, and for you to just shut it off and not only just turn it off, send them back,
dude,
that's fucked up.
people don't realize. You know how much it costs to keep somebody from Cuba and Venezuela and everything. Dude, that's
Uh,
it's about 30 to 50,000
a person.
a person.
Okay, so just leave them alone, let them work. Because typically,
No,
I already
no, no,
did the
no, no, no,
research.
no, no. See, allow them to work. They gotta get the assistance for a year before they work.
No, they
It's a
don't. Not all the time.
dude. It's the law in place. That's I was just reading an article. That's why he's saying no. That's why it says no. That's why.
It's saying for them to come over here, which did confuse me, illegally on the application, and they say, "Hey, this is my name. I came over here because I need help, bro. Like they're killing people. They're doing this, but I'm willing to work. I'm willing to do this." A lot of people that come over here, they don't want free health insurance. They don't want free food stamps. They don't want all of this. They just want to send their kids to school and they can work.
But
Like typically,
but if they get caught, that's 30 to 50,000 a person. That's what I'm saying. If they get caught, that's 30 to 50,000 a person, bro.
but they don't have to send them back. And there's no getting caught. They go to the embassy or what have you. And they go to certain places where, yes, sometimes they do house them, but a lot of times they already have family over here. Maybe they might, maybe they don't. Maybe they come over here with a
But
couple
I,
dollars, and they
I,
can
at the
go
end of
somewhere.
the day, I think it's great. The reason I say that, shoot, so these taxes and everything can go back to being afloat. Cause shit, I'm tired of paying taxes for my.
I'm not saying you're wrong, bro, but at the end of the day, if they don't send them back,
Hold on,
then
real
it's
quick.
not going to cost anything. What I was saying is, if they don't send them back, it's not going to cost anything, and immigrants that are necessarily that didn't go through the steps to come over here and live costing. It's more of a beneficial thing. Yes, the wrong people a lot of times do take advantage of the situation, but it's not always the worst people, right? This is a different structure.
Yeah,
Did you want me to repeat that?
no, I
I mean,
heard
I
you.
probably should. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
but like I
no, go ahead,
said,
go ahead.
it's cost. Like I said, it's cost effective, and it's like I said, it's cost. It is really hurting like the actual people that's already here too. That's what I'm saying. So it's a win-win for America. That's all I'm saying. It's a win-win for America.
But these laws were set up to do. The law with Cuba, that was like from the 1800s, bro, and they just turned it off like a water faucet. I don't think that's fair because some people were relying on that law to
It,
stay in effect.
it
Huh?
should have stayed in effect a little bit longer, but you know, it is what it is. I kind of I'm kind of on the fence about it because I do have friends and obviously we have family from Cuba, but I rather I rather not cost my pockets. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, cuz I'm sorry, fan. I'm sorry, but I rather not cost my pocket when I gotta do my taxes every year. I rather get a little bit of more of a tax break. If that's the case to help me, I will.
Well, I mean, I can't really get mad at that, but I think the whole point is them trying to shake the cage more so. It wouldn't cost you anything if they weren't trying to deport them. That's what I'm saying. It's actually more cost effective because they're I don't even like to use that term, but they're illegal immigrants, right? They still pay taxes and typically don't get food stamps, typically don't get county health care. They don't live off the county when they live here because they can't. A lot of them do go to college. I don't exactly know the league, like how they're able to do that, but they can. And sometimes they use other people's, not every time, they use other people's names so they could work more than 50 hours because you can't do that in certain states. You can't work more than 56 hours. Yes, their children do get your life was in danger, and at some point you're gonna. But that's really the most expensive thing. Is some of them might live in the projects, some of them might, their kids go to public school and they get a free lunch, but they're not having food stamps and shit like that, and healthcare. So it's niggas over here that do less than some of these illegal immigrants. And
Hmm. That's what I'm
a
talking
lot of these niggas and white people and people that was born over here are doing worse and plan on doing worse by planning on not doing shit and just taking advantage of the welfare
about.
and shit like that.
Hold on. I'm tired of the park trash too. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the white trailer trash people that don't work. Because it's more of them on the food stamps and Section 8 than anything. It's more of them.
That's what they say. Do I believe that? I mean,
Yes,
I don't
I,
know.
be- I believe it.
Because I don't think it's more white people in the country than anybody else, bro, to be honest. And they say, okay, most white people are impoverished.
Dude, believe it. Believe it.
See that, bro? Because every white person that I've ever met knows somebody rich in their family. Every nigga that I have ever met does not have a rich person in their family. And if we're supposedly a less
Hold on.
threat
The,
in our family, how does that even make sense? Just
dude,
logically.
dude, you wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause soon, black people get rich. They diss themselves. They elevate to some type of height, and they diss themselves. So we have rich relatives. We do. We have rich relatives.
I'm talking about, yeah, of course. Most of our family has done something, but we didn't start necessarily, not both sides didn't start from slave culture. On my dad's side, most people in my family still live in the hood. On my mom's side, however, we didn't come from black slave. Us, that's not a good example. Even us as black Americans, we're not a good example for that. But everybody else who typically, yeah, my family's from Alabama, my family's from Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, they came straight out of poverty from slavery and they either stayed in the hood or they did something. All black people if they're upper class, middle class, or obviously lower class, they have another family in the hood that's in poverty. White people don't have that. That's what I'm saying. And if it's supposed to be quadruple or three times more of them, we're only 13% of the population, bro. So if all white, I don't even want to use the word all, let's say most. I haven't met one white person that can't tell me they don't have one rich relative or a rich part of their family. Niggas don't have that, bro. That's what I'm saying. And a lot
Okay,
of
okay.
rich white people, a lot of them, they don't have family in poverty. So just
They do.
logically,
They don't
they
just
might
they
not
don't
say it,
trust him. They don't
but
trust
it's
him. They
not the
don't trust him.
majority. It's
They
not a
don't trust him.
majority.
Dude, oh, case in point. This this dude, case in point. I'm about to bring up my old job, car crash. This dude owned owned the owned the company and everything. His I want like his distant cousin, distant cousin, distant relatives, whatever. This person is this. There was like he worked there as a temp at this place. He worked there as a temp in the summertime. He worked as a temp. Soon he about to get hired in. No, I don't want my, I can't trust him. The owner said that. Told this
You can't
told
trust
this,
your own mother to keep a job and represent you.
not his own mom, his own relative, like a cousin or something. Like, and he told the plant manager or something. Don't hire him. You hire him in. I don't care how good a worker he is. You hire him. I'm firing him. The
That's
owner
grimy,
said that
bro.
to his own relatives that was working hard, and this dude bragging like this my relative. You see him? You see us at the family reunion? He's right there. You see him? He's right there. He's in the background. He's right there. I'm right here. He's right there. Didn't get the man hired.
That's grimy, bro.
And
Of
he said,
anything, but
"Hold on,
I'd have
no,
been.
it gets better. It gets better. If he want to continue working here, he got to continue working through the temp service. Not through here. You won't hire directly in."
That's grimy. He did something. That's some personal shit, bro. He probably used to be a crackhead or a meth head or some shit. Cause that's
I don't
not.
know. I don't know the story. I just like, dang.
So okay, just my understanding, it's a white guy that was the owner of a company, and one of the managers wanted to hire his relative that he did not know was his relative, and he told him, "Well, you could hire him, but just keep him temp, and if
No,
you hire him on, I'm gonna fire you."
yep. Hire him on my fine.
That's That's not. That's personal, bro. He was
I
that
just said,
other dude was
I'm,
probably a drug addict.
I don't know the situation. I don't know the situation is, but I'm like, damn, what the fuck he do?
That's a specific anecdote, bro. I'm saying generalizations. I'm speaking
I
of
don't know, dude. I'm just saying.
generalizations.
Like I said, first hand experience. I witnessed how grimy some of these, you know, millionaires is and stuff. How they could be.
Well, blessings to that guy, man. Keep your head up, and you
I hope
showed
he's doing
yourself to be
well.
a good worker. And man, hey, man, just keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing as far as the positivity, and keep being a good worker, man. Because if he was that intimidated by you or jaded, he obviously needs some healing. And money is it states in the Bible that money answers all things, but nigga, not in
Yeah,
this case because it didn't give that guy character or a forgiving at all, man. But you showed that you were trying to change your life and do the right thing. But hey, I do want to say I don't agree that we should be keeping a lot of people out of this country or sending them back. I can't. I don't have all the facts, and I really don't like to speak on
and I'm
political
like
shit.
this. I'm like, if you're gonna bring people in, bring them and give them jobs. Don't give them necessarily free housing or anything. You know, be costs for us as Americans, but just give them a job and say work from there. You literally
Yeah,
work from
but a lot of
there.
these people they want something, so I can't. Like for example, I don't like to tell people my business, but I did meet somebody that was in college. She was in school, and somebody she works where I work or what have you. And she said she came here for the money, and we were we were all supposed to ask her different questions, like get to know your coworker type of thing. And I said, other than coming over here to work in the land of opportunity and seeking freedom, what else about the American culture attracted you to America? And she was like, bro, it's no opportunity. I think she was Venezuelan, bro. She said it's nothing. Like it's no way for me to break out of what I was born into. Like not to sound thirsty or not to sound like I'm just cold, but man, I got two kids, bro. Like I'm just trying to get this money. I don't know shit about America like that. I don't know about the culture. I just know this is the land of opportunity. I can't hate on the motherfucker for that though. You know what I mean? So if your heart is if you come here from a heart space and you're genuine and you for real want to make some money, I can't turn my back on you. You know, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about that. They purposely want to be homeless and sleep on the street and do drugs and just make all these kids and be a piece of shit. So if if I have somebody that's genuinely a hard worker that just wants to do better, for every person that doesn't want to be shit, I can't turn my back on a possible future millionaire, or they might have kids and they might be tiger parents. So I hope everybody gets what they want from that situation, and blessings to all those 40,000 motherfucking people who got deported because they were just trying to save their own lives and not be killed and be in gang activities and war and go through famine and poverty and shit like that. But I do get where you're coming from because
And not only
that's
that,
not your responsibility. You know, it's not my
and not only
baby.
that, but some of these people come from other countries and be in the gangs.
They're on bullshit, yeah.
And they and
But
they
that's only
and
like 10%. 10% is a lot. So out of that 40,000, it was 4,000 of those motherfuckers over here tearing up shit, which is true. It's true. I can't ignore that.
and and
Everybody's not
and
over
that,
here
and, that,
trying to
and hold on. Not only that, that 4,000 outweighs the majority that was doing good. That's all I'm saying. It outweighs that.
yeah. Out of those 4,000 people, it's probably 700 of those people that's gonna take somebody's life and cause damage. But we can't ignore we can't ignore the rest of those
I'm
people.
just, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It just happens that way. I wish it would be in a system where we can get
Screen
better
them, motherfucker.
things. I wish we can get better. I wouldn't even say immigrants, better migrants here to America from other places. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I
I
want.
agree with you on that. We do need to have a better vetting system and being able to screen people a lot better and make sure that even if that is the case, uh, maybe because I was thinking like at first I'm not a politician and I don't want to upset anybody or what have you, but maybe you should be able to have to come over here with a certain credit score, a certain amount of a certain bag, or they do have systems where you have to know somebody over here. That's why
I,
people
I,
get married. Or you have to have just like on parole or probate. They do have a probationary like time where you have to be able to show that you're not being destructive and you can hold a job and you might go to college or some
exactly. That's what I'm saying. We need a better system to have, like I said, better migrants here. I'm just tired of all the negative ones. That's all I'm saying.
shoot. It is what it is, man. I just
Sure, matter of fact, we need more Africans too. Shit, damn, we definitely need more Africans.
man, Africa is tripping, bro.
We need more Africans.
That's not even my motherfucking motherland, nigga. I'm from heaven. I'm a heaven American.
Dude, I was just thinking about the big booty and big titty women from Africa. That's all.
Hey man, them bitches over there bleaching their skin and getting all kind of weaves and just I can't
Uh,
even. But
give,
it
give
is
me
what it
give,
is.
give me a natural African deep in the jungle,
They don't
nappy
even
head,
have
big titty,
jungles.
big ass.
You said you want to go to Africa. I'm trying to look like I'm from America. Like goddamn,
Nah,
that's just funny. That is the same exchange.
I'm
But did you have any more? Let me. I want to run through
we
the
can just
topics
wrap
real
this up.
quick.
That's
I'm gonna wrap
everything.
it up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
run
this
through
we're
the.
about 2 hours in. My phone life is like 5%. I still gotta go out and do other things. So I
My
gotta
phone
put
is
my
cursing at me right now. So we spoke on dude with the snitch tattoo. We spoke on not being ready to be in a relationship. Joe Biden is migrants and people trying to come up and do good. We spoke on O Block becoming a bad neighborhood after that person from O Block had dated that lady. We saw this lady. We spoke on Bandman Kevo saying that he'd rather spend $20,000 on a woman instead of getting to know her. We also spoke on Brazilian women saying that they are not for sale and keep your money in your pocket. So it is what it is. It's not what it's like to the nightlight. And I want everybody to be all right, man. I hope that we entertained you as well as enlightened you and made you think about your life and how you think about these situations. I want everybody to know that I would love for you to have a blessed Monday through Sunday. Next time you see me, you're gonna be going in again, man. So it is what it. I'm doing a pod actually. It is what it is. It's not what it's not, man. It's like it or not. It's Aaron Moses and Cadillac Chetty, Daddy Cherry D, man. What you got to say to the people?
man. Just have a great, prosperous week. Hey, go Chiefs! Super Bowl next Sunday.
Hey,
Go
we
Chiefs,
ready,
baby.
man. We ready, man. I hope the Chiefs win, man.
I'm sorry for all the Eagles fans, but go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs, man. They showed out last week, man. Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert, but I'm not rooting for the Eagles at all. Even though Donovan McNabb used to be my favorite player back in the day, but y'all don't got Donovan McNabb no
Even
more. He's
Vic
the
played for the
granddaddy.
Eagles. I'm still going for the Chiefs. Even if my man Vic played for the Eagles, I'm still going for the Chiefs,
Man, she knew I was doing the live. When you gonna walk up on me? I don't know you. I don't walk
baby.
up on me. She was trying
Straight
to
the
set me
house.
from down.
Straight the house.
No, I don't want to come to
God,
your
no.
church.
I have a good night, cuz. Hey, tell the old lady and the baby I said hey.
Hey, all right, man. I appreciate that. Peace. Yeah.